Ever feel like your body isn't listening to you anymore? You try to sleep, but the night is broken. You wake up once, twice, sometimes 3 or 4 times, not because you drank too much water, not because of noise outside, but because your bladder feels full. You get up, walk to the bathroom, and wait. The stream is weak. The pressure is low. You finish, lie back down, and minutes later, you feel the urge again. You stare at the ceiling, tired, frustrated, wondering what's happening inside, wondering if this is just aging. But deep down, you know something isn't right. Something's changing. Something you don't talk about. Something that makes you feel older than your years. And it's not only the nights. Daytime feels heavy too. You wake up groggy. Coffee doesn't touch it. Even when you try to rest, the fatigue doesn't leave. Energy feels distant, like a part of you that's fading. And then there's the other fear, the one you avoid saying out loud. What if trying to fix your energy makes your prostate worse? You've read about it online. You've heard the warnings. Raise testosterone, feel more energized, but risk inflammation, risk pain, risk even more bathroom trips. It feels like you're trapped. On one side, exhaustion. On the other, fear of making things worse. And in the middle, you. I know that place. I know how it feels to sit in the doctor's office, embarrassed to describe what's happening. To admit that you wake up half the night. To admit that you can't get through the day without planning your routes around bathrooms. To admit that intimacy has faded because you're too tired, too distracted by discomfort, too worried about what's happening in your body. It shakes your confidence, makes you question your strength, makes you wonder if this is how life will be now. Always tired, always cautious, always holding back. You look at other men your age who still seem energized, still active, still confident, and you ask yourself, why not me? But here's the truth. Energy doesn't have to mean danger. Vitality doesn't have to mean more inflammation. You don't need to choose between your prostate and your drive. There are ways, safe ways, natural ways, to feel alive again without causing harm. I learned that after years of worry. I thought more energy meant more risk. I thought every attempt to move forward would cost me in the end. But I was wrong. What I discovered showed me my body wasn't broken. It was asking for balance, for the right kind of support. Not stimulants that burn you out, not hormones that stir up trouble, real support. Imagine sleeping through the night without constant interruptions. Imagine waking up refreshed instead of drained. Imagine focusing on your day, not the nearest bathroom. Imagine feeling a spark again. Not worried about harming your prostate, but confident that it's safe. That's what I found. It wasn't complicated. It wasn't magic. It was simple. And it gave me something I thought I'd lost forever. Control. Control over my nights. Control over my energy. Control over how I feel about myself. You don't have to accept fatigue as the new normal. You don't have to give up on energy just to protect your prostate. You don't have to choose one over the other. There's another option. I didn't believe it at first. I'd tried things before that didn't work. Quick fixes, promises that led nowhere. But this was different. It didn't disrupt my hormones. It didn't make the nights harder. It gave me calm. Then, it gave me energy. The kind of energy that makes you want to live, not just get by. That makes mornings exciting again. That makes you feel like yourself. Strong, steady, ready. I can't tell you how much that shift meant. From fear to freedom. From exhaustion to drive. From sleepless nights to real rest. That doesn't just change your health, it changes your life. So if you're stuck like I was, caught between fatigue and fear, hear this. You don't have to stay there. You don't have to sacrifice energy to protect your prostate. You can have both. That's what I found. That's what changed my life. And maybe it can change yours too. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm sharing what worked for me. If you're curious, if you want to know what actually helped me, it's in the link. It was what really worked for me. Take a look.